there's an echo.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So they tell us that they tell you that there's been trouble in the forest. Um, it is not a trouble that roars and bellows. It is like a whisper that claims the unwary.
And I do knowledge nature.
Okay. What would you like to do a knowledge nature check about? What are you looking for to find out? What kind of information?
It said it doesn't billow, but it whispers. And
They said it doesn't roar and bellow. It is like a whisper that claims the unwary. So it's kind of he's kind of switched to this kind of flowery and poetic. Um, if you want to give me a sense motive first, go ahead and give me a sense motive. Okay, nat 20. So did you want to roll again, or do you want to take it as a 30 and then add your bonuses?
I'll tell you a 30 and that's bonus.
Okay. 33. All right, so you get a 33. And you kind of get the feeling that he's switching out to this kind of flowery speech because he doesn't know what it is.
Oh.
He's like, there's something going on in the forest. We want to know what it is. We don't know what it is. We don't think it's a big, scary monster thing. We're going to send somebody. And that's what you know. I don't know if anybody else wants sense motive to kind of get a feel for what they think. And if you don't speak Sierra Lane, so if you only speak Kioviatar, it's gonna be harder to understand. All right. So the dwarves will volunteer you. They will say because that's traditional. Dwarves volunteer people.
Yeah, because
you get voluntold.
Because we're all
it's the one dwarf.
Yeah. When I go,
then they go too. That it's pretty much they are going in spirit with you. Yeah. So Grinrock. They're like Grinrock will tend to your needs. And so they've been you kind of get the feeling that they've been bargaining for some time. You know that they came to bargain for cutting down some wood in the outer ring. And so it seems like they are handing you over to do this job for the elves in exchange for permission to cut more trees down in the outer ring. And so you got to do a good job, otherwise the elves might not be happy and they might have to renegotiate for a more proper negotiation next time. So but they do tell them that that you are skilled in the ways of healing and are a worshiper of a dwarven god who they can call upon to aid them in their understanding of the world. It's not just a healer god, but is also a god of knowledge of the future.
Yes, indeed.
Which is what the portent domain is.
Yeah.
What two domains did you choose for the beginning?
For fire and healing.
Okay, so you chose fire and healing at first level. Okay. Shit, I did forget. I forgot to write your spell list for your first two domains. That's an major oversight. I was so busy making monsters that I oversight the
Not really.
So, but when we get I'll quick reference some spells for when we get there.
Yeah.
My apologies. At 4th level, I will be needing to give you spells for your paladin. Your 1st level domain spells for your pally. In the meantime, what domains did you choose?
Mine were.
What 2 domains did you choose out of your 5 for starting?
Protection and healing.
Protection and healing? And I told you what your domain powers were for those, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we have your domain powers. Did we get your domain powers?
No, we did not.
I did not. I need to get those too. So give me a quick second and I will do your domain powers quite easily. That's one I can do. So for the healing domain, I will give you similar. So I do, for the purposes of our audience, I do clerics and I do paladins very differently than the book does them traditionally. So the clerics get all the 0 level spells of both wizards and druids and clerics. They get all the 0 level spells. However, starting with 1st level spells, they only have access to first level spell lists that I create based on the domains that they choose. So each god has 5 domains. At 1st level, a cleric chooses 2 of their god's 5 domains, and I make spell lists for them, or I should have in this case and didn't. Make spell lists for those domains, and they get access to the spells on those domain lists. So generally, I will give them a list of like 7 spells for each domain for each level, and I try to get some will have more, some will have less, but I try to stay within the range of like 7 to 10. and they also get domain powers based on their domains. So he's chosen. So Grinrock has chosen the domains of fire and healing. So he will have access to spells that deal with fire and healing. Whereas Willow has chosen the domains of protection and healing. So he will have access to different domain powers. And then when he gets access to spells, he'll have access to different spells. Had neither of them chose healing, neither of them would have had access to, say, cure light wounds. It's not a healing spell. Now, the reason I do this differently is so that the gods come more alive in the choice of spells that they choose to use. I've run another game where a dwarven cleric chose Guardian, War, Song, the Deep, and Ancestry. So those were the 5 domains they had access to. They didn't have access to fire magic. They didn't have access to healing magic. So what did they do? They used their domains. So at first level, he chose War and Protection. And so he used War domain spells and Protection domain spells to aid his allies. When he gained the Deep, or Ancestry, he picked up Ancestry as another domain, and he used those kind of spells as well. And then later he picked up the Deep, which dealt with caves and being underground. And then eventually he picked up Song and, those types of spells. So you gain access to more types of spells based on the domains you have, but you don't gain anything outside your domain. So when you cast spells, they are of your god.
So for all the rule delvers, we have our own homebrew rules.
Yes, it's incredibly homebrew, which I said at the beginning of our talk.
Yeah.
But I unfortunately neglected my duties and didn't write up spell lists for our cleric. That's my bad. And his domain abilities. So, your domain ability for healing will be very similar to the paladin's lay on hands. You will be able to heal a number of wounds just by touching, equal to 3 times, or no, your level times charisma modifier. Sorry, it's your level times your charisma modifier.
Is this a touch one?
It is a touch activation, and you can do this throughout the day. As your level and your charisma modifier get higher, that number will jump dramatically. Okay? So that will be your ability to lay on hands.
Is there a specific name for this?
We can call it lay on hands.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
fine.
just put the heal.
Sure. And then for your fire domain, let's see. Your fire domain will be okay. What?
I guess you did tell me to get all 0 level spells.
Yeah, you get all 0 level spells, but I didn't do first level spells.
Yeah.
So, you get a number of domain activations equal to 3 plus your charisma mod. So, what is your charisma mod?
My charisma mod is a +1.
Okay. So you'll have domain activations equal to 4. You can use one of those domain activations to sheathe your body in fire. The fire doesn't hurt you, but it illuminates you like a torch. Your melee attacks deal 1 extra point of fire damage. And any foe who hurts you with a melee damage, unless it is a reach weapon, they will take 1d4 points of fire damage and then have to make a reflex save, DC 10 plus half your character level plus your charisma modifier, or catch on fire and continue to take that fire damage for 1d4 per round until they either succeed on a reflex save or take a full round to put themselves out.
I'll call it sheath fire.
Okay, fire sheath. Yeah. And if you need a reference to what that is, I know where to look.
Cool, thank you.
So those are your 2 domain abilities. Like first level spells, think like Cure Light Wounds, and Orb of Fire, from the sorcerer or wizard spell list. Let's see. So, evocation. Burning Hands.
Burning Hands
is a fire spell. Let's see. And no, Burning Hands is a cone effect.
Oh, cone effect. Okay.
It's a cone effect. So, here real quick. First level druid spells. Fire would be animate fire.
What's Burning Hands do?
It's a cone. Right. It's a cone. Does 1d4 per level in a 15-foot cone. No, 1d4 per level.
1d4. Oh my god.
Per level.
Per level.
Yep, 15-foot cone. So you also get Burning Hand. So that was Burning Hands. You also get Animate Fire.
Okay.
That's from your fire domain. Also from your healing domain, you'll get Healthful Rest.
Healthful Rest, okay.
And that basically means when you go to sleep, if you cast Healthful Rest, that on a person they heal twice the rate. Yeah, so times 2 rate. And Orb of Fire is a ranged fire spell, and I will get more. I will get more for you later. So for right now, we're gonna list that. Okay. Sorry about that.
Little detour, that's fine.
Yeah, and I've got to write those lists. Okay, so you agree that you're going to go off into the forest, the Cyril forest, and go explore this strange thing that has been happening. Okay, so
do you have any more knowledge of like exactly where to go? Or?
What kind of questions do you want to ask? So you eventually get to the part where the elders will, they'll say, okay, what kind of questions do you have? Kind of a bridging this.
In general area where it would be any way we could, like any specific hints we could find. What information do you know that would help us out?
Okay.
Any just.
Well, remember you don't speak Cyril, but.
I was talking to my clan leader, hopefully.
Oh, okay. So then he will communicate with them. So you communicate through your clan leader, through your basically your. So in Dwarven community, anybody who has a name, so you get a naming when you complete some major task for the dwarves. You get what's called a naming. It's a ritual, and anybody that has already had their naming, is called an uncle if they're male, or an aunt if they're female. If you do have a naming and they have a naming, they are brother and sister. Okay.
So
brother. Well, you don't have a naming yet.
Oh, no, I'm talking to him.
You would be talking to uncle.
Uncle.
We will call him Uncle Beorg.
Beorg?
Yeah, Uncle Beorg. He is Uncle Beorg.
Okay. Uncle Beorg, is there any information you can ask the elves on like what we should do to find this creature? Or beast?
So he talks to them, and he says to you, Bjorg says to you, Grinrock, my son, or my nephew.
Yeah.
Grinrock, my nephew. They tell me it is in the Dim Marsh.
Dim Marsh.
And
whereabouts is that?
And it is 3 to 5 days journey. You will stay within the inner ring, they say. And you know that you've been told that the inner ring is the redwoods. So somewhere 3 days journey, 3 to 5 days journey, they'll tell you the direction, heading off in that way. You'll come to um, he describes it as a wet tree place. Dwarves kind of really, they like their underground. So yes, they'll call it a forest, but it's their idea of a forest is any place with trees.
Yeah, what tree place?
Yeah, it might only have like a dozen trees, and that's a tree place for a dwarf. But he kind of tries to tell you that there are probably more trees like an elven place would have.
Okay.
He's, you know, it's like some wet forest. Lots of trees in this tree place, and it's very wet.
And we stay on the, and I repeat this after, we stay on the outer rim.
No, it is within the inner ring.
Inner ring.
Yes. Now the inner ring had the big trees. The big trees. So you are permitted to go here by the elves. You're inside the inner ring, so you need elven permission. But he says, since you are doing this for the elves, obviously you are permitted to go to these places and go through these places. You have been granted the right to travel in this area, of course, because you're helping them and it's necessary. They say that there are lights and song. Beyond that, no one knows. People go to this dim marsh. Those that travel through the dim marsh are seen no more.
So don't go there is what you're saying, or do go there.
Well, they want you to go there, he says.
Obviously, but like...
He says, it doesn't seem those who have, it isn't in the dim marsh. There have been people who have traveled through the dim marsh that have made it quite easily, but those that who have been in this area where there were lights have vanished.
So stay away from the lighty area?
They're not sure what the lights are, but it's not a violent place for them, from their understanding.
If I want to return home, stay away from the lights.
But find out what it is.
Yeah.
This is the thing they are asking of you. You must find out what is going on there. So be cautious, but explore it and understand what is happening so that you can come back and tell them.
Noted, Uncle Baylor.
They say it doesn't seem to be some great beast that's running around tearing people apart.
Okay, so
It's not some monster or some creature that is native to the area or some invading dragon. It doesn't seem to be any of these things. It is just some strange... Some have seen some strange lights in the distance. Then they suspect that people went to look at these strange lights and they didn't come back.
noted. So,
And they said there was some singing.
I do like me some singing, but probably not ones that have lights according to it. Okay, noted.
So, the elven community, as they're speaking about it with you, they say that it is no creature that bellows and roars. It is like a whisper of a song that claims the unwary. They say it is in the dim marsh that you'll travel through a number of the, a couple of different forests. You may approach it from any angle you wish, of course. And you know that there's like, some regular like pine forests and, deciduous trees forests. There's, that there's a wide different variety of biomes within your elven community. And you know that there's a mixed forest of pine and maples, very much like the outer ring in between where you're going and here. And that's probably what you're going to spend most of your time traveling. So 3 to 5 days in this regular type of forest that's got some pines and maples and elms and firs and, maybe some apple trees and pear trees. It's a mixed forest. And then you'll get to the dim marsh. And the dim marsh is a swampy land. Okay, it's kind of a thick pseudo jungle swamp. Okay, and
I need to stop for just. I just did. AGT just tried calling me. So
who's EGT?
I'm not gonna
Oh,
talk. Yeah,
okay. Step away. We're gonna keep going.
yes, that's fine. I
Okay,
don't want you to pause because of me.
good.
I tried
Um,
calling a while back, but I just realized that.
okay. So you know it's gonna be like a swamp.
Okay.
Um, Willow, do you ask Milo to try to learn anything about it? So what are you gonna ask him? What do you want to know?
Um,
Because Milo will be able to talk to the Cyril. Um,
I'm basically asking what the terrain is going to be like. What's he think we're actually going to be fighting or finding when we get there, and which direction the caravan is going to go in case I don't get back in time and they leave.
Milo says, "Worry not, my friend. We will live word whence we travel. As we depart, we will leave word here. Um, we have high hopes for you. Go ahead and give me another spot check once again with a +7 and your wisdom mod.
+7.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 plus my wisdom mod would be 12. I
So,
got a 4.
oh, okay, yeah. You don't notice anything. Wow.
Absolutely clueless.
Yeah, that's something you're gonna have to work on. Um, for our friends in the audience, what Willow did miss was that there was fingers that flickered as Milo was speaking, and his foot would shift, and his he would occasionally touch his nose or his ear. He's speaking in hand sign, halfling sign. This is the way halflings communicate when they want to say multiple things at the same time that are incongruent. So, in other words, he's trying to deliver a secret message, but Willow doesn't notice. So Willow can't sense what he's actually trying to say. He only hears the words. And he says, "We have high hopes for you. And we expect a great many stories when you return." Yeah, if you had made your spot check, you would have gotten a sense motive check to actually interpret what was happening. And that's much lower for you but you have to see the hand sign first. And the reason you get such a bonus, you normally get a +5 for noticing hand sign, +7 if it's your specific hand sign. So each halfling caravan has their own hand sign. But your specific hand sign, you get an additional +2. So that's why I give you a +7 to notice the hand sign. Now, anybody else looking, they would notice the fingers flickering, but they have a harder time. They don't speak the hand sign that you speak. So they might not, unless they spoke it, they wouldn't understand what was being said either. So it's usually like, a little scratch of the beard or a flick of the ear or some fingers flickering, a shift in the foot. And all of these have these hidden meanings that change slightly what a word means. And that's how you are able to do what most people in the D&D community would know as thieves can't.
I'm assuming because he sees that Willow's just like completely clueless about the hand.
He's not going to tell you. I mean, he's not going to give it up. This is a secret language of the halfling. You're not going to share this language with people unless they're super, super, super trusted friends of a long time. It's really, you're supposed to rarely, and only with really good friends, even hint that there is a hand sign. That's a secret thing. So you wouldn't just go out and tell these guys who you just met. You wouldn't talk with the elves that you've been trading with for years. No. It's like best friend secret hand talk. And it allows you to do things say things without people really knowing what you're saying. So he's basically just, you think he's saying, come back with a lot of stories, and you're like, okay, sounds cool. And so yeah, he says, we expect we have high hopes for you and expect that you will return with many stories. and we wish you well on your journey. See the quartermaster before you leave. Now, the quartermaster is somebody who generally distributes extra goods for the caravan.
Good.
And the quartermaster of your caravan is Rhea. Rhea Mint. Rhea Mint. And Rhea Mint is kind of a younger. She's been an adult for a while. She went out and saw the world for a few years and then came back to the caravan. It's common. Once you're adult, once you hit of age, they kind of like nicely kick you out of the caravan to see the world. And then when you come back, it's whenever you want to leave, you leave and you come back and you leave and you come back, and this is how you live your life. Your first time's a little scary, but you've traveled a lot anyways. You just haven't traveled a lot with without your family. Okay, and so he will tell you that they say it's a short journey in this direction, not too far at all. They say you'll be going through some marshlands, so keep your boots dry, and be on the lookout for like crocodiles. I hear they're dangerous. And I've heard there's something called a green drake out there. A few years back when we came through, we were some of our kin went out and looked around a bit. Perhaps in some areas maybe they weren't permitted, but nothing bad ever came of it. We still have good relations with these folks, but they saw some sort of a dragon, but they said it wasn't really a dragon. If you happen to see it, maybe nick a few scales or some blood or something.
Okay.
And so he's like, go get some piece of this green drake or this dragon thing, because maybe it's cool. Who knows? And he says, but as I said, don't forget, go see Araya, the quartermaster, before you leave. She'll set you up with some extra supplies. You'll need them for your journey. Now off with you, lad.
Thank you.
So you're gonna head off to that. The council, seeing that one of their cloaks has been probably misappropriated, will give you a similar cloak. So it'll be a Cyril cloak, and they will also give you 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
Okay, so I put that down in items.
Items over here. Put it over here as a Cyril cloak.
Okay.
Yeah, and because it's not a numbered use item, it's something that always works. Put down in the items with numbered uses. Go ahead and put you have 2 potions Cure Light Wounds. And they will heal 1d8 plus 1 hit points. So a potion is drunk as a move equivalent action. If it's stored on your potion belt, it can be retrieved as a free action.
Okay, and they cure how much?
1d8 plus 1. Okay. And so it can be retrieved as a free action if it's on your potion belt. If it's not on your potion belt, it's in your backpack. It takes a full round action to find it in your backpack.
Okay.
Okay? But you can retrieve it as a free action if it's on your potion belt. Drink it as a move action, always. But it is a move action that does provoke an attack of opportunity. So you want to be away from combat if you're drinking it. Otherwise, you threaten getting hit while you drink it.
Okay.
You risk getting hit. Okay. You can feed it to another person who is unconscious. It takes a full round to do so. And it does provoke an attack of opportunity. So you want to make sure they're safe, you're safe when you're doing this. Okay. So if any of the rules get forgotten in the meantime, let me know.
Is it good
I
for
can always review them with you. I can always be even in the middle of combat. Oh, this is how this works.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you're heading off to the Dim Marsh, and that's what you find out about that. The Uncle Bjorg
Yeah.
says, "Well, lad, looks like you're going off to see the world a bit.
Yeah, I'm up for an adventure.
Do you think you've got everything you need?
You know what? I don't think I've come prepared, Uncle.
What do you think you'll need?"
Well, currently I only have the chain shirt on my back, and a steel shield. And I think we did discuss. Oh, and actually, I'm much good at healing. Maybe, to be honest, I was thinking about it. What do you have that could be of use for me
Well,
for this adventure? I think I got everything. But what do you
you
think?
think you've got everything. Well, you said you're good at healing, and I've seen that as we've known each other for some time.
In case my friends who are not good at healing, may I have a few cure light wounds?
Unfortunately, our supplies are kind of low in that way.
Yeah.
However, I will acquire a what is it called? It's called a healer's kit.
Healer's kit. Good to know.
Mhm. And a few antidote.
Good.
Mhm.
Antidote.
And now that I think about it, let's get you set up with a bug repellent as well.
Wonderful. Last thing, in case I do not make it alive, I'd like to document my journey. Do you have a pen and a script?
Yes.
Sorry, I said the paper and a script.
So he'll get you. He'll agree to get you that. He thinks it's necessary because information about the elves could be useful. He will get you write down a spell book. It's technically not a spell book; it's a journal, and it will have 100 pages. And so it's kind of more like a ledger. He's keeping it. He would normally use it as a ledger, but it's an unused ledger that you can use as a journal. And he will get you a quill and a bottle of ink. The bottle of ink will be good for 10 pages, and you'll have to acquire ink as you go along.
So does that come with ink?
Well, you have a vial of ink that is good for 10 pages.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you'll have a journal that has 100 pages in it, a vial of ink that gives good for 10 pages,
So if I need
and a
to-
quill, and we need to get weights for those,
Yes, thank you.
because weights are important. Equipment, here we go.
Healer's kit. You also.
So a healer's kit is gonna give you a
Well, I know what it does. I'm just
Okay.
saying, how much does that weigh?
Yeah. All right. Healer's kit weighs 1 pound.
1 pound.
Mm-hmm.
Antidote.
Antidote weighs it's negligible,
Okay.
and it can fit in your potion belt.
Oh, perfect.
One for each. A slot of your potion belt has 10 slots.
Yep.
You can put an antitoxin in or an anti. Yeah. Let's see, an antidote in each. Let's see, I gave you a bug repellent, which will also be negligible weight, and will fit in your potion belt. The bug repellent does take a full minute to apply, and any vermin type will require a DC 15 will save. in order to attack you, unless you attack them first.
Oh, okay. Good
Okay.
to know.
And it lasts for an hour.
Oh.
So, yep. It takes a minute to apply. It lasts for an hour, and basically any vermin type will. So like giant centipedes or
Yeah.
giant spiders, anything like that is going to take. It will have to make a DC 15.
And is this?
Will save.
I did forget about this part. And this is not a joke. Is this a repellent or a repellent?
It's a repellent. You put it on you.
Okay, so
You put it on you. It takes a minute to apply. 1 minute, so 10 rounds to apply. And actually, I'm going to change it up to a D4 plus 1 hours.
before, okay.
Plus 1 hours. That's more appropriate since you have to put it on beforehand.
And
If you're going to be
100-page journal.
100-page journal. Yep.
How much is
And
that?
sorry,
Sorry, my
spellbook. No, that was my bad.
Trying to calculate all this.
Yep.
That might be my.
All right. So 3 pounds.
2 pounds?
Yep. And the ink. Ink. Negligible weight. Ink pen, negligible weight. All right. So you've got your bug repellent, you've got your antidotes, you've got your journal, your ink, and your quill. Your ink pen.
Alright, do you need some caffeine? Alright.
I have ibuprofen if it would be helpful. No? Okay. Okay. All right. So, you guys get together once. You're gonna head over to the quartermaster. And the quartermaster asks what you're gonna need. What do you think you're gonna need for this journey? Taking a look at what you have. You know you're going to a swamp. What do you think you're gonna need?
I think I'm going to need at least 2 white potions of healing and some spare food if we have it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and give me a 50% chance that you'll have potions of cure light wounds. 50% chance. High or low?
Low.
Low. Okay. So if it's 25 or below, you get 2. If it's 50 or below, you still get 1.
Okay.
Okay. We're at. That is a 65. Unfortunately, it looks like they're running low on supplies for that. You also said some extra foods. That's what they have, and they will give you.
Is it extra foods?
No food. They'll give you. Really?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
That's impressive.
Okay.
that was pretty good.
So they'll give you 4 of these like little clay pots. And you know that these are comfort rations. We're gonna call them comfort rations. So they're not like regular rations. By the way, your slices of pie will count as comfort rations.
Oh, good to know.
When you eat one, I roll a d3, and you get a number of what's called comfort points that you can, on a skill check, an attack roll, or anything that's a d20 roll.
Okay.
You can, before you make the roll, assign that you will use only one comfort point. You then make the roll and add a d6 to that roll. So if you eat a comfort ration, after 3 days of comfort rations, then you get a d3 point every day. For every time you continue eating. So it takes a while to kick in. So first of all, first day you eat a comfort ration. You know, it's really good, tasty, and everything. You get nothing. Second day you eat a comfort ration. It's still good, you know. Third day you get it, and the next morning you wake up, you get a D3 comfort points. On the fourth day you have another comfort ration. The next day you wake up, you get a D3 again. and then D3 again, D3. But when you stop, you don't get them anymore.
Does it stack or is there a max stack?
They go away each
Okay.
day.
Okay.
So, but what it does is it basically says, I've been really comfortable for a while, and therefore I'm feeling like a morale boost. This will also happen if you stay in like high luxury hotels for a while, you know. So, but these comfort rations are something that you can take on the road, and if you bring enough comfort rations with you, now they do weigh 2 pounds apiece. So if you bring enough comfort rations with you, you can keep that bonus going for as long as after 3 days. Then you start getting the bonus, and you get it until you stop eating the comfort rations.
Okay.
Okay. And you got 4 comfort rations, so it should be enough to on the third day and the fourth day, get you some extra points to spend. You only got 2 pieces of pie. It's not going to give me any bonus,
No.
but it is going to be nice.
Yeah,
Their
that'll
food.
just give me a boost.
Yeah. Well, it'll give you. It'll give you
boost
food.
after if I get more stuff that gives me comfort.
Right. It'll give you food too. So. All right. So they do give you that, and they'll say, "Here's a grappling hook and 50 foot of silk rope,
I was just about to ask.
just in case you have to go climbing someplace." They're going to suggest that you take that along with you. So the grappling hook is going to be a bit weighty because I know they generally are. Grappling hook is 4 pounds. Mm-hmm. And the 50 foot of silk rope is 5 pounds. But it is silk rope, so that's kind of nice. Doesn't weigh the 10 pounds that hemp rope weighs. 5 pounds. Okay. So you guys have got some extra gear, granted to you by your leaders of the group, and you guys meet back up. And it is early afternoon. You figure you could probably get some miles under your feet if you wanted to take off now. You are well fed for the day, so you don't have to eat any rations for right now. And starting tomorrow, you'll be, deducting rations and, keeping track of that stuff. Okay. So do you guys want to head out, or do you want to do? Is there anything else you want to do while you're here in the Elven community?
I'm ready to head out.
I like the Elven community, but I'm ready to get out and adventure, see the world.
All agree. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So you leave. You head out into the wilds.
Faster we find this problem, the better.
So you're traveling through a mixed forest. It's deciduous and coniferous, and some fruit trees, and some of this and some of that. It's got some vines and bushes and stuff like that. Cedar, you know that if you want to travel at half your rate, you can probably forage for food and save your rations if you wanted to. But if you want to make good time, you're going to be traveling through this area for a few days. So it all depends on what you want to do. You're kind of the guide in this area because they don't know it that well. But yeah, basically, if you wanted to forage for food in this area, you could make survival checks and be able to pick up food if you're successful to feed your party. You or the party could make survival checks. And if you ended up, but you're traveling at half your speed while doing this if you wanted to do that. So it'll take you twice as long to get out there, but you wouldn't use any rations. So, but it just depends. Maybe you can, you might do it on some days and not other days. Maybe you'll do it the last 2 days you're in this forest area before you get to it. Or maybe you'll do it early, or, so that's always up to you. Since you're going to be spending somewhere between 3 and 5 days going through this area. And your group can decide whether they want to forage or not along the way. But if you choose to forage, you make half the distance. If you choose not to forage, you make full distance.
Well, it's still early on, so I'd say forage a little bit.
You want to forage a bit? The rest of the group? I mean, do you want to talk about this with your group or tell them what's going on?
I'll talk to Tyler since Tyler understands me.
Yeah.
Well, you understand each other brokenly, right?
No, we know each other. We he knows.
You speak Bodrin Gearnhill?
He speaks.
I do.
Yes. He speaks.
Oh, okay. So both of you speak Bodrin Gearnhill.
I think we figured out.
Okay.
A little bit earlier. It's like, oh yeah, crazy. We know. I'm so sorry for not speaking your language or our language that we know.
That is okay. I think we should forage a little bit.
Are we doing this the whole way, or should we do this just part of the way?
It's part of the way.
Just part of the way? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
And you know these parts well. You probably know good places to hunt. Have you ever gone in the area from where we're going? The Den Marsh?
Dim Marsh.
Den Marsh.
So it's like Dimmarsh,
Yep.
Dim Marsh.
I don't know if I have or not.
You've probably been there.
Okay. So
You know, you've probably been in the area. You know a little bit about it. You know that there's kind of the types of creatures you might find in the swamp. Do you have knowledge nature as a skill?
I have knowledge art, but not knowledge nature.
So you have knowledge arcana, but not knowledge nature. Yeah, it's a swamp. Whatever you think you'd find in the swamp, that's what you think you'd find there.
Okay.
You don't know much about nature, so you wouldn't like, oh, like there's like, you know, these types of snakes and this type of tree, and no, you're like, it's a swamp. It's got swampy stuff in it. Ask me about magic. I can tell you more. You know, I know what kind of magic things do magic, but no, you're unfamiliar with swamp creatures. You know that there are, you know, probably you know the classic swamp creatures. There's probably like alligators or crocodiles in there. There's probably some snakes in there. There's probably a lot of bugs in there.
Okay.
It's wet and swampy. There's frogs.
But
You know.
not specific kinds of frogs.
Right, and you don't know what else other specific threats that might be unusual are in there either.
Okay.
So, just because you don't have knowledge nature as a skill, you'd be able to get a 10, but that would tell you the basics.
Right. Looks like we're foraging.
All right, so you will be making the amount of time. So normally in this world, you travel for about 10 hours, and then you set up camp and have a camp for like 10 hours. Now that does give you another 11 hours in the day. So you could do certain things with those, because it is a 31. So you set up camp and then you sleep. Generally, you're sleeping for about 10 hours. I know normal people sleep 8 hours, but this is a different world. You can travel for 10 hours, sleep for 10 hours, and you have 11 hours to do stuff with.
I'm not a normal person. I sleep way longer.
So, and that's just because that's the way the world works. So you'll be making probably about 5 hours. You can, of course, after that 10 hours, push yourself further. So you can say, well, if we've traveled 5 hours, or we traveled our 10 hours, you'll make the distance of 5 hours, but we've traveled our 10 hours, but we want to push a little bit further. At that point, you're doing what's called a forced march. And that means you make fortitude saves or take non-lethal damage until you pass out. Well, essentially each hour you choose. And if you make your fortitude save, then you can keep marching. If you fail your fortitude save, you take a D6 you take 1 point of non-lethal damage, and it's cumulative. The next hour, if you fail it, you take an additional 2 points of non-lethal damage, then an additional 3 points of non-lethal damage. So eventually it's enough to make you pass out because you're at 0 and you fall asleep. But you can always push yourself a little more. So if you think you can make it, you can be like, well, we're going to push on for another hour. And then you take, maybe at the most, you'll take 1 point non-lethal. Okay? Or you'll take none. All right? So now we also roll for encounters each hour. So that's 10 hours of travel. And at the end of the day, what we'll do is the survival check to determine how much food you've been able to gather for the day. So you're only gathering for the day. All right, a 64 is what I rolled. And I have my chart. All right, 60. Oh, no. Wrong chart. 64, daytime encounter. What do we got? We got an animal encounter. All right. So now we roll on the animal encounter. All right, 26. Where we at? Okay. So you're traveling through the forest, and we're gonna roll encounter distance. You probably do about. All right, go ahead and give me spot checks -7. -2. You got a 0?
You said -7.
-7.
-1 got 10.
You got a 10? Okay. And I need to roll how many there are.
Where did he add his
He had spot.
yeah.
Yeah. So you roll, so you get a 10 plus whatever your spot modifier is. So I think that's a +5. So you get a 15. Okay. So you got a 0. And you got a -1.
Ooh, the hunter spots it.
So off in the distance, about somewhere between 50 and 100 feet away, you notice 3 large beasts out in the field. They're grazing, and it looks like they're just eating grass. They look large and powerful and brown and furry, and that's what you know about them. Well, I guess you could try to give me a knowledge. Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature. I know you don't have the skill, but you can get at least a 10, and it might tell you something about them.
Alright.
So again,
I'll get that.
what did you roll? You rolled an 8 plus your intel mod.
That's a 0.
8 plus 0, so you got an 8. Yep, it's a big furry thing. It's got 4 legs. And it's large. It's bulky, and it's out in this field just eating grass. It's about 70 feet away. And we will see if they notice you. 3 people, 2 mediums and a small. Okay. You do notice that one of them lifts its head and looks in your direction. All right, so what would you like to do? Let's first roll initiative. You guys don't know what's going on, so you guys don't get initiative. You're the only one who sees it, so we're going to roll initiative. Okay.
11.
Okay. You get an 11. So, 16. You see that this creature lifts his head. He looks at you. What would you like to do? That's what you see. It's a large furry creature. It stands maybe about, on 4 legs, it stands about 5 feet tall, which is taller than you on all 4s. If it's on, when it's on, it's on all 4s. And it's taller than you. And it's beefy. But it looks like it's just eating the grass. You're not sure what it is.
It's not bothering us, so
Okay.
I would leave it alone.
Okay, you want to leave it alone and continue on. Okay. So you pass by it without getting closer, or do you want to go closer to it?
I will pass by without it.
Okay, so you pass on by. You guys have no idea what was going on. You continue on.
We're talking and we don't even know anything.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
For all we know, it never happened.
Okay, so yeah, you I mean, do you want to point them out, or you could, you might not even care.
I don't really care to point them out.
Okay, fair enough.
It
So
never happened.
yeah, you guys have no clue what was going on. You just continue on the
If you guys
forest.
don't pay attention, you don't get to know.
There you go.
All right.
That's a good character.
Second hour. Let's see if we have an encounter. There's no encounter in second hour.
Oh, we're doing 10 of these. How far are we in?
You're 2 hours in.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and you've made the distance of, what's your land speed?
Let me remember.
20 feet, right?
Yeah, 20.
All right, so at 20 feet, you guys have to, oh wait, you're a dwarf, you also move at 20 feet.
Yeah.
So you as an elf are having to slow down with them a lot.
We're running laps between us.
Yeah, you notice that, these guys got short stubby legs, they're not going very fast. They're talking, and they're not walking fast. and they don't notice
We're
anything.
totally oblivious. I'm so like entranced from just all the view. I've never seen this stuff.
So at 20 feet, in an hour, you are. Yeah, you guys, since you're also foraging, you're covering about a mile an hour.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're covering about a mile an hour. So you're 2 miles in so far, and you haven't noticed anything. You saw some big fluffy creatures out there in the, eating some grass.
So mathematically speaking, we're doing this for like 10 hours. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there is an encounter. Let's see what kind of an encounter it is.
Take a while.
23. 23 is a. Okay. Okay. And we will also put it at. Rise. Go ahead and give me spot checks -4. -4 +4. Actually, spot checks even
Okay.
due to its size.
18. 16.
That'd be on the spot, right?
Yep,
Actually,
with your
19.
+5.
19 actually.
And then
19.
total, right?
Yep. 20. 20. What did you get, Draven?
I got 16.
Willow got 16. Okay, Grinrock got 19, and Cedar got 20. Okay, all of you see it. You come up over the rise, and as you're cresting over like a hill or a bunch of moss-covered log with some dirt in it, it's kind of a hill. You come over the top, and about 40 feet out, you see a huge, wide-bodied creature. And it's got this tail, and it looks like it's got this big, giant rock attached to its tail. Anybody have knowledge nature? Give me a knowledge nature check. Okay. 13.
Nat 20 plus 7.
Okay. So we're gonna go with. You said 23?
20, no.
Oh,
20 plus
Oh.
7.
So 37, and you got a what?
A 13.
A 13. Okay. Okay. You don't know quite what it is. It does look dangerous. It's big. It's huge. You know that it is a dinosaur.
Yeah.
What looks like a dinosaur, and you have a word for it, but I'm going to tell you what it would be in our words. It's an ankylosaurus. Yeah, it's an ankylosaurus. It's big. I mean, huge, and it's 40 feet away. And I need to know if it sees you. So I roll its spot check. Okay. So anybody who has seen it, if you'd like, roll initiative.
Do we know if it's seen us yet?
You could give me a sense motive on your turn to see if it sees you.
I got 7 on initiative.
Okay, 7 initiative.
I got a plus 14.
7,
Wait,
14.
I'm sorry. I'm lacking here.
That's all right.
14.
Your initiative is going to be down on the other side of the page, down low. There you go.
So 14.
So 14. Draven, you had a
14.
16? I thought you had.
14.
Oh, you had.
9 plus 5.
Okay. 14, 14, and 7.
Just a
7. Okay. What you have a modifier with your initiative?
0.
Mine is.
No, I'm asking Cedar.
I don't believe so.
Does it say +0?
It's just a 0.
Okay. And you have a +1 on your initiative
I have
for Willow?
plus
+5 for Willow. Okay. So Willow will be acting first because you tied. Because you tied, we look at whoever's got the higher initiative modifier.
Okay.
Okay. So Willow, you see this big hulking beastly thing, and It looks dangerous. You're not sure what it is. It hasn't done anything yet. What would you like to do?
I'm going to do sense motive.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sense motive. You want to notice if it's noticed you and if it's
Yeah.
like going to act hostile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, we can do a sense motive on that.
1.
You got a nat 1.
Oh.
It's scary, and you think it might have noticed you. You know, and it's clearly some dangerous beast. Okay. Next up, we have Cedar. Cedar, what would you like to do?
I guess see if it notices.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sense motive if you like.
Alright.
Kind of watching its body language and seeing if it's acting hostile. Or, you know,
Sorry, guys.
go ahead and roll it on the table. Actually,
There we go. 19.
19. It doesn't seem to have noticed you. It's not acting aggressive.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
That's plus. Yeah, I don't have sense. Yeah.
So wisdom modified.
Yep. That's 2, 10.
10. You're not sure. You don't know if it sees you or not. Okay, so did you want to talk to you? I mean, anytime you guys are in your initiatives, you can talk to each other a little bit. I don't know if you guys have concerns about this beastie out there. Maybe you'll voice them. If you already know what's going on, maybe you'll tell them. Feel free to communicate with each other.
I'm assuming I was closer to you since we were talking, right? I tapped him on shoulder since we just came across up a log. I like ducked behind the log.
Okay, so you're gonna crouch. Okay.
And so I don't know what it's doing, so I'm just going to get my sword and shield ready.
Okay, you're gonna draw your sword and shield. What else are while you're watching this thing and noticing that it doesn't seem hostile? What are you doing?
That's just standing there. It's not doing anything.
Okay. You do notice that he's pulling out a sword and shield. He's crouching behind a log. You
Scared.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I'd
This
be
is
scared.
what would you do? You see this happening. What would you do?
Say Tyler, because I can understand Tyler and Tyler can understand me.
Okay.
It doesn't seem hostile.
Oh. You say this out loud?
Yes.
Oh, then.
So you're gonna say it doesn't look like it's hostile. Maybe it hasn't noticed us or whatever. Whatever you say. You say it doesn't seem hostile. Okay. So you've got your sword and shield out. So now we go to the top of the round, which is it needs to make a spot check to see if it notices you since nobody's moved away from it.
And we talked.
It has noticed you, and hold on, it's not your action; it's its action. It gets an action. It does notice you. I need to roll its initiative. My bad. Roll its. It does have high initiative. Okay, so it's got a higher initiative than you guys, so it will go first in the round, then followed by you, then followed by you. So, yep, your last action hero.
Last action.
All right, so the creature looks. Somebody give me a 25% chance that bad things happen. No, tell me what 25% chance is a bad thing happen.
Like I don't know.
Any 25% range. You can say 1 to 25. You can say 26 to 50. You can say
1 to 25.
1 to 25. So if I roll 1 through 25, it's angry.
Angry.
It's hungry.
Oh.
All right, what did I roll? That's a 10 and a 7. That's a 40 and a 7. Okay, that's a 40 and a 7. So it doesn't do anything. It just kind of looks up.
Ooh.
It's pretty clear that it has noticed you. What would you like to do at this point now?
So at this point, it's just staring at us.
Yes, it was grazing and it looks up. Its triangular head kind of points in your direction, in the direction of your party. and it just kind of stops for a second.
Oh, big boy. How close is it to the direction we were walking? Like, is there?
You could skirt around it.
I'm gonna like slowly start to go off towards the side.
Okay, so you're gonna try to move away. You're gonna move away from it. All right, you're up next. What are you doing? You notice that Willow here is kind of creeping away from it. I don't know, Willow. Do you have like hide or move silent as some of your skills? Just out of curiosity, do you have hide or move silent?
I have hide, yes, and move silent.
Okay. So if you can break line of sight, just as advice as a DM and a player, if you can break line of sight, right now it's noticed you. Because it sees you, you can't hide because you've been noticed. But if you can creep down behind the log and then kind of duck around it, then you'd be able to make a hide check, and then you'd be able to hide and move silent, and it might not notice you. Whatever it does with the rest of them, you won't know. But you could do that by creeping down. So if you wanted to do that, say duck behind a log and then make a hide check, you could.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and give me that hide check then.
I'll duck behind the nearest tree.
Okay. So you just came over that log that was like a hill, and you're just kind of creeping back. You're coming back down around that to tuck in underneath the hill and kind of try to sweep around. And so go ahead and give me a hide check.
15 plus 5, so it'd be 20.
A 20. Okay. So in order to see you at this point, until you until you come into obvious line of sight, it needs a 20 to see you. It needs a lot less to see that. So you see Willow kind of duck down behind the hill, behind the log, behind the hill, and so Willow goes behind the party. Okay, and you don't see Willow. Well, if you want to find out if you know where Willow is going, you'll have to make a spot check. But meanwhile, you've seen that this thing's lifted its head. It's looking in your guys' direction. It hasn't done anything hostile yet, but it does seem to have noticed you.
Okay. I guess we'll do a spot check. I have like 5 in that.
Okay. So a spot check is a move equivalent action, which means you'll also have a standard action left. So this is where we're going to break down how actions work in combat, or if there is combat when we're in initiative rounds. So you get a swift action, you get a move action, you get a standard action. Okay. Now you can use anything that's a higher action. So like a standard action is higher than a move equivalent action. Move equivalent action is higher than a swift action. You can always use them for a lesser action. I know that's a little confusing. If you ever have questions, obviously ask. I can explain it again. Not a problem.
Jason, you have played Boulder Skate 3, just like that. You have a certain move, and then you have standard and swift.
Yeah, move standard swift.
Pushing.
So standard move and swift. And so you're using up your move equivalent action to look around to see what you see. Okay. Then you'll still have a standard action and a swift action. Okay. So go ahead and give me your spot check.
That is an 8 plus 5.
Is a 13.
Yep.
Okay. So you don't see Willow anymore.
Oh, damn.
You definitely still see the new Anki, this big beastie thing, and you still see your dwarven friend, but you don't see Willow. Willow went back down the hill log thing and is gone. You don't know what's going on. Is there anything else you want to do with your round?
I don't think so.
No, you just want to stay where you're at? Okay, so you're going to stay where you're at. Grinrock.
I say, let's find Willow and skedaddle.
Well, you haven't noticed that Willow is gone yet.
Oh, sorry.
So
I'll
you
do a
gotta-
spot check.
Okay, so that'll be a move equivalent action.
Yep.
You do a spot check. You're kind of looking
I'm
around.
already behind the log.
Okay.
And I do have hide as a.
But you haven't taken your action to hide yet.
True. So spot check.
Mhm.
Wisdom 12.
So you did 12. You don't see Willow.
Let's go find Willow. And
Where are you going to go to go find Willow?
good question. I should probably do it. I should have done another spot check to find where Willow.
You can still do a spot check as another.
Forest,
Interesting.
right?
You are actually, yes, you're in a forested area. So yes, that's still, it's a wild forested area. You got a +5 higher. It's a 25.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're wearing your cloak.
Basically invisible.
I have disappeared.
Yeah.
Quite literally. So you're looking around. You're like, where'd Willow go? And you start looking more in earnest, and you're really looking hard.
And then I think the most basic danger is I do a ham like, and then like let's go find Willow, and I don't even like look for him. I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, you're
Is it Willow?
Willow's a him.
Right.
No,
Willow's a her. Willow's a she. Sorry.
I'm looking for
So
her.
okay. So you looked for her. You didn't find her, and then you said you're gonna leave. You're gonna back away.
Yep.
Okay. So you move 20 feet away.
Yep.
Back down the hill log thing. And you're the only one up on top of the hill log thing at this point.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
All right. So, because you use your because you moved
Yeah.
again, that takes up your standard action. You have a swift, and you unfortunately do not have the cool feat of quick reconnoiter,
Nope.
which gives you a free spot and listen check every round.
Now I know.
That's a really cool feat, by the way.
It is.
All right. So, since you're the only one up there,
Oh, bad.
go ahead and give me a. No, it's not a bad thing. Just give me a 25% chance that things go wrong.
I'd say...
Actually, give me a 20% chance. Most of the threat is already left. I'm going to decrease the chance that things go bad.
Okay. I'd say... 0 to
1 to 20?
1 to 20.
So if I roll 1 to 20, it gets angry. Otherwise, it just kind of goes about its business and does its thing and gives you more chance to leave. That's 38. It's fine. It just kind of, it keeps looking at you still. You know, like wondering what you're up to. It's not sure. It repositions its body a little bit. So it's like sideways to you, you know, and you're not really sure how to take it.
Okay.
And yeah, it kind of jostles around a bit and is still looking at you. It's got its head turned. And then we go to Willow next. Willow, you're hiding and you're moving at half your speed, which is now 10 feet around.
So I have backed off.
Yep, you're down the hill. You no longer see the Yankee.
I'm
You're
going to go to the left and just.
Okay. Okay, let's set up the battle map for this. I think this is kind of a good chance, good place to set up the battle map. We're gonna set it up over on this side here, and I'll do most of the movement since that means you won't have to move over that way. I'll just position your tokens or your designators where you tell me to. You got big log thing. You're coming in from this way. Okay, you got big log thing. We will make. This will be Grinrock. Grinrock, you already backed away down. Okay. This is going to be you. You are Willow. Willow, you said you were moving 10 feet.
Yes.
And you are concealed.
There's me.
Then it's you up here on top. Okay. All right. So, Willow, you said you were moving 10 feet around. That's a move equivalent action. You still have a standard action and a swift. Do you want to continue moving? Oh, and I need to put where the big beastie thingy is, the Ankylosaurus. Let me grab something to designate. Oh, hey, perfect.
There you go.
Ankylosaurus. 40 feet out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 30, 35, 40. So about like that. It's about out that way. So, yeah, he's about there, and you're moving this way. All right. Or did you want to move that way?
The other way. Left.
You wanted to move that way? So you moved 10. Do you want to continue moving that way?
No, I'll stop, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Jordan, my Jordan friend here, to I'm over here this way.
Okay, so you're going to say over here this way. He hears you, so he's going to make a listen check. Go ahead and make a listen check. It's DC 10 listen check, so because you're not whispering, are you?
Plus,
No.
Okay.
plus 2, right?
It's your
Plus wisdom.
yeah plus mod or wisdom mod plus wisdom mod.
6.
So you get a 6. Are you saying it loudly or are you just saying it in a normal voice?
I'm saying it in normal voice.
Normal
I don't
voice?
wanna
Spook this thing?
Yeah.
So you're talking in a normal voice, and a 6 isn't quite enough to hear and tell that it's a person saying I'm here. So it's you hear, you're hearing the shuffling of the feet of this thing, and your attention's kind of focused a little bit on that, on what's going on over there. You're hearing, stuff. And but it's not quite your turn yet. So you're staying where you're at. You're staying hidden. What are you doing?
I'm going slowly back off that.
Okay, you've got a movement speed of 30 feet. You can move 30 feet. The log is about 10 feet high. So 10 feet gets you down right next to the dwarven friend.
Hello.
You can see him. He's not hiding. Do you want to? That only takes up 10 feet of your movement. You still have 20 feet of movement for your move equivalent action still. Do you want to keep going?
I'm going to stay there with my dwarven friend.
Okay, so you're just going to stay there. You still have a move equivalent action. Action to look for Willow if you want to.
I will try to find Willow.
Okay, go ahead and give me a spot check.
Oh, that sucked.
What you get?
1.
Okay, you think Willow has gone back up on top of the log. You are convinced of this.
Oh, no.
You're certain you saw Willow in that cloak go up here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and maybe even past it, gone over it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so that's what you're thinking now. What are you doing?
So I see. Do I see them? I don't see you.
Nope. You just saw Cedar come down the log, and then kind of looks around.
And Cedar doesn't see me.
Cedar does see you. You're not hiding.
Oh, wait. Go over here.
Okay. Cedar's right next to you.
Oh, then I see that now.
Yeah. You and Cedar are right next to each other, and neither of you know where Willow is. And Cedar's looking around. You were looking around, or you can be looking around.
I whisper to Cedar, "Stay calm. Let's find where Willow is."
Okay, Cedar, give me a listen check. No penalty. You are right next to him, but it is a DC 15 to hear a whisper.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm sorry.
So you're going to roll your D20, add your listen.
Okay.
And what you're looking for, hopefully, wind up with a number of 15 or higher.
14.
Plus your listen.
Plus 5, 19.
Okay, so yeah, you hear, both of you, I'm assuming you're speaking Vodran Gearnhild since you can speak fluently.
Yep.
Okay, so you're speaking Vodran Gearnhild, and you're like, what do you say?
Stay calm. But let's also look where Willow is.
Okay, so that's what he's telling you to do. You'll get to do that next action. He's saying, just stay calm, but let's go look for Willow.
Let's not try and antagonize it.
Sure, and you're like, let's not antagonize that thing out there. And are you going to look for Willow?
Yes, we're definitely looking for Willow.
So go ahead, as a move equivalent action, go ahead and give me a spot check to see if you can see Willow.
15 plus wisdom, 17.
17. You don't see Willow. Willow's like really.
Yeah.
Willow's got a 25 hide check. Willow's like blending in with the moss and the flowers that are growing in with the log.
5 for us to see you. Oh no.
The stealthiest paladin ever.
Yeah, right now in this environment.
You are a stealthy pally.
Stealthy Valley. Holy crap.
All right, so speaking a few words doesn't take any of your action. It's sort of like just saying things while you're looking around.
Yeah.
You still have a standard action left. Is there anything you want to do with your standard action?
I am gonna look over the log.
Okay, you're gonna have to go up the log and look over. So you're gonna creep up and take a spot check over the log. I will say you can combine those actions since it's only 10 feet of movement. Go ahead and give me a spot check then. And are you trying to stay low profile?
Yes, totally.
Okay, so keep that number for your spot.
And
but
I
go ahead and
also
give me-
have a hide, but yeah.
Yes, so keep that number as your spot, but also give me a hide. So what was your spot?
Spot was 19.
19? Okay, give me a hide check.
This is even better. Oh, plus 4. I hope.
And a move silent. And a move silent too. So hide was
8.
you got an 8 on your hide.
Yep.
Okay, give me a move silent.
Moves. Well, I don't have a move. Oh yeah, but
It's
that's
dex check.
Dex check. Yeah, I knew it. Let's do it. 8.
8. So you got an 8 on both of them. Okay.
Oh crap.
Okay, he is 40 feet away. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He is 40 feet away, so he's at least, just for mechanics purposes, he's at least taking a -4 on his spot check.
Oh boy.
So a -4.
Yeah, I know,
So
but that's still. Yeah,
but he is within 50 feet, so he doesn't get a penalty on his listen check. Okay. So his listen check, he hears something. He's going to make a spot check. Okay. And you don't know. He looks around a bit, but doesn't seem to make any movement. You are, creeped up. Now up on. You guys are doing this little dance here. You're on the hill, you're down off the hill, you're on the hill, you're off the hill, you're on the hill, you're off the hill. Well, okay, not quite that bad, but you get it. All right. So that's that. We go to the top of the round, which is our friend here in the middle of the field. He'll move a little bit. Looks around. Go ahead and give me a reflexive spot check. This costs you no action. It is just in response to him moving. 17. You notice that he's moved closer. He's looking around. He's not sure what's going on. Okay? So, all right. Then we go to Willow. Willow, you just saw your dwarven friend, Grinrock, go up about after you're like, okay, we came down here to hide. You came down here with me to hide. You're now back up there.
I was actually kind of scared, where did he go?
Right. Well, he's thinking the same thing. He's like, why are you going up there? Cedar just came down. We were all down here. You're not sure what's going on. But what do you want to do?
How close am I to Cedar?
You are 10 feet away from Cedar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
No, you are literally 5 feet away from Cedar. I'm sorry. You are 5 feet away from Cedar. You're right next to Cedar. You can touch Cedar.
You're gonna scare me. I'm gonna tap Cedar on the shoulder.
Okay.
And then continue to move left.
Okay, so you tap Cedar on the shoulder. Cedar, you are unaware of the presence. What is your AC minus your Dex mod and -4? So we're looking at, or actually it's your AC minus your Dex mod. You don't have a Dex mod, so you've got an AC of 10. Go ahead and give me a touch attack. So it's kind of an attack roll, but you're not trying to hurt him. But you get a +4 because Cedar has no idea what's going on. Cedar doesn't know you're there. So add a +4.
+4 is 22.
Okay, Cedar, I need a will save.
Okay.
You are startled when something touches you. You're in a high tense situation. You've got this big giant beast out there. And yeah, you might be jump scared.
Oh, 7.
7 plus your.
That would be 17, right?
7 plus your will save. So that's a plus. What are these modifiers for? Enchantment and. Nope, so +3. So you get 7 plus 3, you get a 10. You're slightly startled, but you don't cry out or make a loud noise. You kind of do this kind of like the little jump thing that people do when you're like, but you don't like make a noise like, oh, it's not like that. You just kind of jump a little bit. And now Willow is no longer hidden from you. Okay. And you said after you touch Cedar, what?
I continue to move left.
Okay, you continue to move, but you are no longer hidden because Cedar is able to keep track of you. You move where? How far?
My full movement left.
5,
So,
10. Do you want to still be hidden from everybody else?
yeah.
Okay, so that's as far as you get. You're now 15 feet away from Cedar. because you are still trying to remain hidden from the Yankee. But because Cedar was able to see you, they can still follow you. However, your Grinrock doesn't know where you are still because he hasn't seen you yet. Okay. Cedar, you're next up, and you do see that Willow has sidestepped a little bit. She's creeping along. She's like staying along the log like this, kind of keeping an eye on the log to see if anything comes over it. But she's kind of gesturing you like this.
Alright, I am going to follow.
Okay. Are you attempting to stay hidden? If you want to, you can. If you have hide and move silent, that's a great skill to use. Or you can use your Dex mod, which is a 0. You can try. And you get whatever the dice roll gets. Otherwise, you're plainly easy to see if you are not hidden by the log cover.
I will try to be hidden.
Okay, so you're going to make a hide check and a move silent check. So first give me a move silent.
Good luck.
What's that? 16 or 19?
Look for the dot. The dot is on the bottom.
It doesn't have that on it,
Oh, let me see.
Well, the number's on the
but it looks like
left hand side.
Yes, that's a 19. Yeah,
Okay.
good way to look at it. How the
number's
numbers.
Yeah, the lower number's always going to be the left hand side.
So 19. All right, and a hide check. So the Yankee needs to make a listen check. No.
That was an 18.
Okay, 18. And you've got full cover of the log right now, so actually you really didn't need to make. But, okay, so, but the 18 is for the purposes of Grinrock. Grinrock, make me a listen check.
Will do. Didn't see it hear anything. I have a 3.
Okay. Yep. Because of the log cover, and you do get a spot check though.
Oh, spot check.
Yeah, you do get a spot check.
Do I still do my hide check or?
No, you're still hidden.
Not 20?
You're not 20. You do see that Cedar has moved, and you got a nat 20, which makes it a 30 what?
32.
32. You also see Willow, because 32 beats 25.
Ah, checkmate.
So, you see, from your high vantage point, you see Willow from underneath this brush that's leaning out along the wall. You over here, and you see Cedar's about 15 feet away. You can still see the Yankee. The Yankee doesn't seem to have done anything yet. What would you like to do?
Moving silent to the party, and I'm gonna
Okay. So give me a hide and move. So yes, you'll still need to give me a hide and move silent. So move silent first.
Oh,
What you get?
That's not bad. 18.
18. Okay, which
Plus-
is opposed plus your dex.
Dex, yeah, so 18.
18. Okay. And so the Yankees listen in response to that is okay. Give me a hide check.
I checked. 13.
13. Okay. He is looking about. He will get a spot. Okay. So all right. So you have moved down. Where do you want to move to? You have Cedar here and Willow here.
I'll move behind Cedar.
You're gonna go behind Cedar?
Yep.
Oh, Cedar's here. So Cedar's here. No, that's Willow.
That's
Never mind.
Willow, yes.
So-
Willow's in front,
Okay, there. Okay. You're there. Yeah. So, okay, you move behind Cedar.
Wow.
Okay.
And now it's.
The log creates cover for the Yankee. However, the Yankee is huge, so it does get a cover bonus against your spot checks if you want to continue to. I'm guessing you're kind of keeping an eye on it at the same time. It hasn't left your view, so it doesn't. You can kind of just see it over the log. You can kind of see it. I know I said before that it granted it cover, but it grants it only mostly cover. It is a huge creature as opposed to the log, which is a little bit big for large, but still large. So you are able to keep it in its sight, but the logs give you total cover against it. It can't really see you too well.
Okay.
Let's see. And then so it kind of goes about looking around. It can't really see you. It can't really hear you too well. It's gonna go back to grazing. Top of the round goes to Willow. Willow, what would you like?
I'm just gonna continue to go left and go around.
Okay, continuing to hide. All right. Go ahead and give me another hide move silent or move silent hide.
That one.
You're getting that one as you start to creep away. You crunch on either some pebbles and a broken stick, and it makes a noise.
Oh.
Okay, so a nat one is considered a -10.
Yeah.
Okay, with your -10, what is your move silent? You rolled a -10. Add your bonuses to -10.
Where is it? So it'd be -7.
So it needs a -7 to hear you, and it's now roughly 50 feet away. It does get a -1 because of distance.
Yeah, so it needs to face it on one.
It gets a 5 plus its bonuses, -1. It's definitely going to hear.
Oh, it's probably. Oh no.
It is now alert to the presence that there's something there. You don't know this yet. But yeah. Go ahead and it can't see you because the log's covered, but go ahead and continue to give me a hide check.
It'd be 18.
An 18 hide check. Okay. So, okay, and you're going to continue to move, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So, the same left?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to keep pretty good distance between it.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay, because you're able to double move 20 feet with your hide and move silent. However, you did snap and break a thing, and it's here. You don't get to see what its behavior is because you haven't spent a move equivalent action to spot and listen.
Yeah.
But it reacted to what you did, and now we go to Cedar. Cedar, what you doing, buddy?
Buddy.
I am going to continue to follow Willow.
You can continue to see Willow because Willow could not hide from you because you were in line of sight before. So you're going to continue to move. So are you continuing to hide and move silent, or are you just going to walk towards Willow?
I am going to continue to hide.
Okay, go ahead and give me a move silent first.
Alright. That's a 14.
14 and a hide.
19.
19, okay. Anki's in response. Okay. And okay. And so you're moving 15, 30 feet because double moving at half speed. So half speed gives you 15 feet. So double moving at half speed is 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You are next to him or her. Okay. And then we go to Grinrock. Grinrock, what are you doing?
I'm actually going to keep. I'm actually going to encourage my friends.
How are you going to encourage your
I'm
friends?
going to just normally say, no, I have to whisper, and that will not work. Okay, I'm going to follow them. I was going to say, I don't think it can see us while we move.
Okay. So,
But that's what I was going to say.
but you're not going to say that. But it doesn't matter what you were going to say because you didn't say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. So are you going to sneak, basically hide, move, silent?
Yes.
Okay. So give me a move silent check followed by a hide check.
What was the first one?
Move silent.
That's a 4. Right.
Okay. You're crunching about, and your hide.
Hide is nat 20 plus 4.
Okay. And you can move 20 feet. Like, do you want to be there or there?
Let's get close to the party, whichever's closer.
There?
Yep.
Okay. So you're getting there. Okay.
Crunch, crunch. Can't see me though.
So the listen check. Okay. You rolled a 4 on your move silent.
Yep.
Okay. So he does here.
Should count.
Okay. 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 So there's some taller grass, but it's not a lot of tall grass in this area throughout this field, which is why the Yankee is grazing there. He's grazing because there's things to eat. So then we go to the top of the round, and he is going to. Okay, and through the grass, you can see that there is movement. Without a spot and listen check, you can see that there is movement through the grass. This is just, what you're noticing there. You're not sure what movement. What would you like to do, Willow?
I am going to.
All of you can see each other now, and all of you can see the Yankee now, and you're not sure what the Yankee sees.
I'm going to continue to move around.
Okay.
I'm not going to go left. I'm going to go straight this time.
This way?
Yep.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're double moving?
Yep.
Okay. So you're double moving 20 feet. Go ahead and give me move, silent, hide checks.
Move silent would be a 21.
21. And a hide?
Hide would be 11 plus 5 plus 5, so 16.
21. 21. Okay. Spot check.
I will quote one of the rules from Jurassic Park that
That's what I was trying to quote.
never seem to follow. Don't go into the tall grass.
Don't go into the tall grass.
And I said the Jurassic Park reference too. Don't move, it won't see us.
All right. You're up. You're watching as Willow's creeping away, kind of keeping an eye in the general vicinity of where the beast was. What would you like to do?
I'm going to continue to follow Willow because Willow
Okay.
seems to know what they're doing.
Willow seems to know what you're doing. Give me a move, silent, and a hide.
8,
Okay. And a hide.
2.
Okay. Yeah, 2 is.
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay. And okay.
Well, sorry guys.
And you are going to continue to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to move past Willow, or are you just keeping pace?
Keeping pace.
Okay. Okay. Grinrock, what are you doing?
Doing the same.
Okay.
Can I also do a sense motive to see if he is?
Sense motive is going to take you a full round.
I cannot double move.
You won't be able to move at all if you take a full round to watch his behavior.
I'm gonna double move. I'm just gonna
You're gonna double move, and
look back.
and are you moving silent and hiding?
Yes.
Okay.
That is nat 20.
Nat 20, so that's a 30 what? 30?
30.
30. Okay, and a hide?
8.
8. Okay. So while you're not breaking any twigs and stuff, you're kind of like all right.
Ooh, I move.
Okay. Okay, and you move 20 feet. 1, 2, 3 here.
Just as close as possible.
Okay, that's probably as close because your other choice is there or there.
Yep.
Okay. So you move there. Okay. Somebody give me a 25% chance something bad happened.
Let's do 125.
1 to 25 again. Okay. 30. Okay. You know? You can kind of feel the tension in the air, and the Anki is shifting. You're not sure what's going on with it. And we go to Willow. Willow, what are you doing?
I'm going to sacrifice this turn, and I'm going to do a sense motive.
Sense motive? Okay, go ahead and give me a sense motive check.
7.
Yeah, you're not sure. You can see parts of the Anki through the grass, and you don't know. You're like, it's a big mean lizard. Yeah, I don't know what the big mean lizard is doing, but it's a big mean lizard. Okay, that's full round action. What are you doing, Cedar? You just saw Willow. Willow was like looking through the grass a bit, and kind of, you don't know.
I don't think I have
She
anything
seemed to
that
be.
would really help.
That's entirely up to you. This is kind of like a little bit of a tense moment, but you got this big beastie out there. So far, it hasn't attacked you. You know.
Amazing. Can I do a check initiative? Or is that not
What?
something I can do?
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
Sense motive? Yeah. It's a wisdom modified.
Okay.
So you'd roll your d20 and add your wisdom to it.
Okay. Wisdom is +1. Ooh. That's a 9.
You get a 9.
So that would be a 10 total because I have a +1 in wisdom.
Okay. So you get a 10. You're looking at it, and it's not attacking. It doesn't seem to be just eating anymore either. You're not really sure. It's looking in your direction though. It's looking in the direction of the party, and it's like its body has changed position. It's shifted, but you're not sure if it's just kind of keeping an eye on you or if it's a threat stance. You don't know.
Great.
Yeah, 10 doesn't really give it to you. What's Green Rock doing?
Sense motive.
Sense motive for Green Rock.
Since everybody's like,
Since everybody else is kind of huddled looking through the grass.
Boom, boom.
What you get?
This is an 18 plus wisdom.
Yep, wisdom mod.
20, not nat.
20 not nat. You look at it, it's wary.
Okay. Yeah.
It is wary.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
And it sees us probably.
It's looking in the direction of the party, which is different than where the party was before. So that's what you know. You're guessing he knows where you're at least where one of you is, because you're all grouped together. It could be you, it could be you, you're not sure which one he sees, it could be both.
It could be me.
It could be anybody, you're not sure. All
Oh,
right.
shoot.
All right, so that's what everybody else does. And he's gonna moves a little closer to the group, not much, and it's just kind of. All right, Willow, what you doing?
Willow's gonna drop hide and then run.
You're gonna drop your hide. You're not gonna hide. You're just gonna book it.
Yes.
Okay. What load are you in? Are you still in your light load? Even with that, the new cloak weighs 2 pounds, by the way.
And the new cloak weighs 2.
Yes.
I should be in medium now.
You're in medium load, which means I think you're moving at 15 feet running. 15 feet times 4 running. So that's 60 feet you can run in a full round.
Hopefully I cannot run it.
Where are you running to?
Just gonna continue straight off.
Straight off?
Yep.
You just run. Okay. So you are now off the map.
I want to break contact with it
Okay.
as much as possible.
So we're going to shift where everything is to give you more distance this way.
Okay.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We're doing that. Slide that roughly there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. You're roughly there, so you're probably more like there. And you are here. So you're now here, okay? And you are running. You are no longer hitting. You are very visible. Okay. All right, so you book it. Cedar. Yeah. Are you running? Are you staying hidden? Do you think think you're hidden well enough? You don't know. What are you doing? You just see Willow just full on sprint.
Well, I'm going to stay hidden and move forward a little bit. Like,
Okay.
not running, just like creeping forward.
Creeping forward. Okay. Give me a move silent and hide check.
And hope that I'm not the one that gets angry. 20,
20 for your move silent. Hide.
8.
8. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna treat that. Okay. And so you're gonna creep how far? You said you're standard. You're 30 feet.
Yes.
That way. What is Grinrock doing?
I'm gonna think at Willow. Just think to myself, clever girl. I'm gonna run as fast as possible.
Okay. Are you in your medium or heavy load?
I'm in my medium load.
You're in
so
your
I can
medium
move
load?
60 feet.
So you move 60 feet.
Just as fast as possible towards Willow. So like right there. Yep.
You go that way. You are also
You
not
got the reference.
hidden, which then makes that okay. So, first of all, we're going to check to see if he sees and hears you. There's a reason why, and I might not tell you what it is, but okay, no, and okay, okay, give me spot checks, everybody.
That one.
Okay,
Plus, 0.
so
Plus
negative
2.
10,
No, you never. Well, 8.
so negative 8 then.
Oh boy. I got 16.
You got a 16.
I failed. I got 6.
You got a 6. That's not a failure. It's a 6 plus your spot, which is plus 5, so that's an 11.
My bad.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right. You have no clue what's going on. You're too scared. You got a 16. Okay, and that's minus distance. So, and you got an 11. Okay. So, both of you notice movement. You don't notice what it does. Actually, you are more paying attention because you are still hiding. You're not running. Okay. So even so, so the two of you, you notice movement. You don't notice anything. You notice that this thing kind of rears up, kind of shakes itself and snorts a bit, and then
Oh.
you're the only one that knows that it moved away.
Okay.
Okay.
I gambled.
Yeah. He didn't know what that fucker was gonna do. He looked big and mean and nasty.
It does shift its position a little bit back that way, like that. So it doesn't seem to be looking at you. It's looking more towards them than towards you. Basically, the reason I wanted you to give me a hide and move silent check was so that since you're staying hidden and their running distracts him. It provides him, it gives him a penalty to see you because he's distracted by their movement.
Thanks, guys.
They're running away, so he's like, movement, what? And then he's not seeing what's over here because he's focused on this. And that's why you got, basically, he got penalties to see your hide check. He would have normally seen you, but these running things kind of distracted him from being able to see you.
Just like real life.
Exactly. All right. So, but he's kind of like trotted off.
Weirdos. Bunch of weirdos we are.
But so then we go to Willow. Willow, you saw movement, but you don't know what it is. You don't know if he moved closer, further away. You don't know. Gonna still run?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
running away.
You run away.
Will, that's
Cedar.
giant.
No.
Cedar, what are you doing?
That's like semi-fair.
Oh, the Yankee move. I'm going. I'm gonna run and try to catch up with them now that the Yankee moved off.
Okay. So you would easily be able to catch up to either one of them. Do you want to catch up to Willow, who is further away, or do you want to catch up to Grinrock, who is closer?
You didn't just specify who's him.
Honestly, you could walk and catch up.
Yeah, you could easily just you can walk without hiding. You could just like walk up because.
I'll just walk then.
Uh,
Actually, I'm not gonna run.
Do you want to just be between them? Do you want to be closer to him? Closer to him? What?
I'll be between.
Okay. So you're just gonna walk up
I
there.
was like,
You just kind of striding up. You're looking, over your shoulder, kind of making sure. And Willow.
actions.
Oh no! What?
He has more actions.
He did move about 40 feet.
Oh,
right?
so never mind.
Yeah, 5, 10,
If
15,
he did-
20,
if he
25.
did-
No, he only moved 30 feet.
Yeah.
So he only did 30 feet. You can do something else if you like.
I'm good where I'm at.
Okay.
I just wanted to catch up to them.
Okay. Grinrock, what's up, buddy?
I'm just gonna.
You were running. Do you want to stop running, or you just see you?
I'm just gonna do a hand motion. Just keep going. So we
Oh,
get out of.
yeah, I forgot. You ran this way further.
No,
so
that's. Oh, him.
yeah, I forgot he had run further,
I'm
so he
running
couldn't
towards.
between them.
I'm running. Just
So if
double
you
moving.
would have been like
No,
there.
that's.
I know that's him, but he would have been there, roughly.
Oh.
Because he said he wanted to be between you two.
Gotcha,
So
you're
I'm assuming
right.
halfway. So he would have double moved. So and you.
I'm gonna go straight to. Little
See,
here.
okay, so you're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Should be
30,
about
35,
right
40. So you should be about right there, maybe.
Yep. Right.
Okay. And you're running.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're running. He runs past you.
We're trying to
They
get
ran.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Just imagine the dwarf trying to hold their pants up already.
Okay. And you've had your first encounter.
Woo! We didn't die.
Your first tense encounter, because you did see the bison. They were yeah, you saw bison
I saw
earlier.
bison.
Yeah, you saw bison. You didn't know they were bison, but you saw something big, fluffy, and big and fluffy.
Bison burger.
All right. Yeah. The bison is scary. The Enki was scarier.
Yeah, I bet.
The bison alone could have probably wrecked your entire party, but and there were 3 of them. But the Enki also could have wrecked your entire party. But yeah, not all encounters have to end violently. This is the thing. You use stealth and you are hiding, and the creature felt threatened, you felt threatened, and then it dissipated. There's sometimes those moments like the bear sees you, you see the bear, and then the bear runs off, wanders off. He roars and looks up and walks off. And you're like, oh, good.
And sometimes wolves, maybe they're not hungry. They're like, oh.
Yep. All right.
That was fun. So we're done with that encounter?
Well, it seems like you are.
Oh, cool.
All right. What time is it? 10.
Almost 11.
Almost 11?
We got 7 minutes.
Well, why don't we call it here?
Okay.
It'll give you guys a little bit more time to go home. All right. So, let's give you 100 storyline experience.
Ooh.
And partial experience for the encounter with the Enki, since there wasn't a full-on combat, but you did use skills and cunning to overcome the threat and the challenge.
And just try and kill it.
Yeah. Which is,
Yeah,
smart
good,
play.
yeah.
It's smart play for multiple reasons. One, you know that not everything is a fight, and 2, this thing was big and was good to avoid fighting. Yeah, there isn't a safety net. If you run into something, you run into it. You might have just run into, instead, you might have run into a badger. And that's not a big deal. You guys could have taken a badger easily. But you ran into an Enki.
Yep.
And that's what happens. He lives out here. You might run into him.
Will was thinking of that thing. That thing is 14 times Willow's size.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not fight that.
No.
Let's go with 250 additional experience for the cunning and skill with which you handled the encounter.
So 350 total?
Yes, 350 total for each person in the party.
Woo!
So yeah, you're about a third of the way to your next level.
I feel invigorated.
And you've had your first major encounter. No combat, but you handled it with skill.
For the first encounter, not bad. It's not exciting, but that was pretty.
There was a moment of tense.
Yeah.
There was tense moments. Yeah.
Very much so.
All right.
It was cinema.
We went back up to the top of that rock and, felt the high and noise. I'm like, we're gonna die.
I mean, if you had gotten wrong on these dice when I was rolling 25%, it would have gone after you.
Mike, would you like to do an outro?
Well, yeah, sure, why not? Thanks for joining us on Real World Games. The encounter was, a little tense. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more as they explore this world. And hopefully they'll find out what this whisper of a threat is that is claiming the unwary.
Goodbye, everybody. My name's Tyler, also known as Grimrock.
Name's
And I'm Mike. I'm the DM. Thanks for watching Real World Games.